I served during Alderaan.
In this episode, Canadian actor and Star Wars superfan Paul Sun-Hyung Lee talks about playing Carson Fix-Fat Transponder Teva in The Mandalorian.
I won the nerd lottery.
As well as about the character's future and what Pedro Pascal was really like on set. Yep, that again. This is the Star Wars interview series that celebrates the unsung and some well-sung heroes from that galaxy far, far away. Consider subscribing for monthly episodes and other movie-related content. Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, greetings.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. That's a unicorn.
That's what I am, the human unicorn. You're in Star Wars now, by the way, but there's a few clues behind you that you are actually a fan of Star Wars, as well as being part of Star Wars. What was your introduction to the films?
I was 5 years old, and it's the first movie my dad took my sister and I to see in the cinemas. It left an indelible mark on my soul. As you can see, I love the universe. It's brought me so much joy. To be on The Mandalorian is a dream come true for an old nerd like me who just lives and breathes it. And I can't even begin to describe how life-changing it's been.
What say you fix that transponder?
Has it actually sunk in yet? Or are you still pinching yourself so much that it's borderline self-harm at this point?
Yo, absolutely. I mean, I honestly still have trouble getting my head around it in terms of where I came from and my expectations and where I thought I could get to. It's a quantum leap. I'm just so grateful because I see how rare it is to have that happen. And so that's why I'm really happy to share that experience too with anybody who asks, because I get it as a fan, like I know.
And when you were dreaming, did you imagine yourself as an X-Wing pilot, or did you have other visions?
I'm a member of the 501st Garrison here in Canada. And so that's the Imperial side. And so I've got, TK armor, I have tank trooper armor, mud trooper armor, I have a TIE pilot, I've got 2 officer uniforms, so I've firmly entrenched in the Imperial side. And I thought, if I get in, maybe I'll be, if I don't have 15 pounds of latex on, I'd be an Imperial. And so when the offer came through, they used code names for everything, and I had no idea what the character was. And it said, my agent said, "Oh, it's part of the foodie pilot." I thought, what does that mean? Am I even does he drive like a food truck type ship or whatever? Is he in the cantina? I have no idea. And then when I found out, I said, no, he's an X-Wing pilot, and you get to see your face. I mean, I almost died because it's like, oh my God, I have to hold on. I need to breathe a little bit. I get to, wow.
Mate, you've got a Wikipedia entry.
I know. I won the lottery. I won the nerd lottery.
You're also an actor. You're not just a fan that got lucky. You're an actor, and you grafted for years. It would be easy for me to say I'm jealous of you, but I have no right to be jealous of you. I don't deserve to be in Star Wars. You do. You really do. Was it difficult though? Because you are an actor. You're going to have to be a fanboy to some level, because everyone who works on Star Wars is mostly a Star Wars fan. But you've got to balance the professionalism with the fanboyism.
Absolutely. And you find those moments of joy when it's appropriate to express them and when to hold them back, because you don't want to freak everybody out and not get asked back or escorted off by security. Right?
Yeah.
Like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they knew I was a super fan, and they had a pretty good idea I was a competent actor. But nobody else on that set knew that. I wanted to prove I belong. Carl Weathers directed me in that first episode. Oh, sorry, in episode 4. I shot that first, though. But Carl didn't cast me. It was Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They cast me. So I didn't have to audition for it. They offered me the part. But that comes with certain baggage, too, because I'm not like some Hollywood A-lister where everybody knows that, well, of course you're going to offer. I've always had to prove myself because people have always, for lack of a better term, underestimated my abilities based on how I've looked, based on my resume, based on what they see in front of them. John set me up to succeed as well, because when I came in for my wardrobe fitting, my first day, I was already in tears, just getting fitted for the costume and wearing a helmet that was actually worn by Garrick Hagon, who played Biggs Darklighter. Like it's that black and yellow grid pattern. And I said, is that actually what I think it is? That's from A New Hope. That's Biggs Darklighter's helmet. And they both like, yeah, how did you know? And I said, well, because I'm a nerd, I was not expecting to hold in my hand, let alone wear a screen use prop from the first movie I ever saw in the movie theaters with my dad and my sister. And I immediately started to cry. So like I'm already overwhelmed. And then they call me to set, and Jon Favreau gave me a guided tour of the entire set, shooting set. And just, it was him and me. And he's just showing me these things. And he's so proud of the show. And, you know, that for me, I'm freaking out going, oh my God, that's amazing. This is great. This is so thankful. Thank you so much. And he turns to me and he says, I wanted you to see all this because it's going to be overwhelming already. And I don't want you to be distracted when you come in the next day. Right. And they get that a lot. A lot of actors who are fans, they come in and like, and they're overwhelmed. And so he wanted to sort of set me up to succeed. I really appreciated that. And so the next day when it came time to shoot, I was ready. I was a little bit more grounded, which is great. And that those little touches make a big difference.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Now, this was recorded before Gina Gate, but I did manage to get Paul's opinion on was Pedro Pascal a big diva on set gate.
You know, it's funny. It's how people doggedly stick to that. And I remember reading that internet report that YouTube or somebody reported and stood by what they had been told in the search. And I was actually on the set, and I met Pedro and I hung out with them, the cast. Pedro was there. I chatted with him, which was amazing. I asked him about the helmet, and we had a conversation, and he was fantastic. He was a true number one on a set, welcoming, inviting, very generous, and everybody seemed to be having a great time. And so when I hear reports like that, it makes me sad because it's like, well, where are you getting your information for? And then I started thinking, well, when I was there, that didn't happen. I wasn't there the whole season though, right? So did this happen? Maybe it happened after and before. I don't know. All I can talk about is my experience. And my experience on set, everybody was amazing.
So everybody was great. Everybody was lovely, apart from that Grogu diva.
Well, you know, he's youngish still. He's only 50, but yeah, that's young species. He's still got a lot of learning to do.
And finally, as well, with Carson Teva, I mean, this is the point where you're going to tell me exactly what's next for him, because there feels like there's two options: Mandalorian season 3 and the Rangers show as well. Right.
I wish I could tell you. I wish I could. Truth is, I have no idea. So I can't. I would definitely say yes to both. I would love to be involved with both. I don't think it has to be an either or. I don't want to be greedy either, right? But it was such a fantastic experience. Who'd say no to going back? No one would say no to going back.
Look out for a bonus clip where Paul reacts to that Luke Skywalker scene. And a separate chat about his career in general. Thanks for watching, and thank you to all Patreon members. Why not consider signing up for extended versions of these episodes, early access, and more. Goodbye.